Chapter 9. The Practice of Meditation. The 7 steps in meditation are relaxation, purgation, abstraction, contemplation, realization, union, and revelation. Relaxation. The first step in meditation is stated in the words of the psalmist, "Be still, and know that I am God." Before the Christ can enter our souls, we must relax, get still, let go of all our tension, worry, fears, anxieties, and desires until we enter into infinite peace. Relaxing the body and the mind is fulfilling the command to set yourself and see the salvation of the Lord. It is the voice of one crying in the wilderness, "Prepare ye the way of the Lord." Purgation. Purgation is the act of purging the mind of personality, which is all that separates it from God. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. If thy eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. The pure heart and the single eye are the spiritual conditions of divine revelation. Before we can unfold new power from within or be in unity with our treatment, we must be free from the bondage of conscious thought and the trivial and divided interest of a human mind. Ultimate spiritual freedom is determined by one's ability to be so possessed by the word of truth that he neither knows nor sees anything else. When there are no longer relapses in old states of consciousness, our word becomes power and accomplishes that whereunto it is sent. Abstraction. The word abstraction means literally absent-minded, or a mental state of separation from things, to consider separately as a quality having no concept of a concrete object. In metaphysics we understand it as a mental separation from worldly objects, as when St. Paul said, "Be absent from the body and present with the Lord." The difference between attachment and detachment, represented by conscious thought and abstraction, is that in the latter there is no personal sense of effort nor will. Abstraction is literally a confession that the Son can do nothing of himself. It is only in absolute mental abstraction that one can break the continuity of conscious or relative thinking and get above the realm of things. To be absent from the body would mean also to be absent from the knowledge of this world, human conceptions, theories, and beliefs. It means the complete death of the self according to appearance. To fulfill the requirements of abstraction, we must be able to keep the mind in a state of stillness without formed thought of any kind. Contemplation. Contemplation, from the Latin templum and contemplare, is a temple or state of consciousness dedicated to God as a sacred place of observation or recognition. The Lord is in his holy temple. Let all earth keep silence before him. It is the state of mind, clear consciousness, represented by the words, "Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on thee," and in which we do our spiritual work. In contemplation, the mind rests upon the spirit of the word which it speaks. The human mind is quiescent, motionless, and still. If superficial thoughts and vain imaginings seek to intrude upon this sacred state of mind, we must take no account of them. By constantly ignoring them, they will gradually wear themselves out until they learn obedience to the divine will. In this, as in all negative conditions of our lives, indifference, taking no thought about them, is our only weapon. Realization. The determining factor in all spiritual demonstration is realization, or feeling the truth of what we say. It is the activity of the mind represented by the words of Jesus, "If ye abide in me, and my words abide in ye, ye shall ask what ye will, and it shall be done unto you. As a man thinketh in his head, so he isn't." And it is not what we ask for in our intellectual minds that God gives us, but what we realize in our souls. Since the subconscious mind always responds in terms of feeling, realization is the act of synchronizing or engaging the two phases of mind in the same way. God always answers the deepest feeling of the heart or soul. to realize that possessing them, every thought or feeling of the human mind must be still. In realization, the whole mind must be absorbed in forming the world in us. To realize the gift, we must have fixity of vision and invincibility of purpose, and it is just this feeling of wholeness which opens a safety valve between the conscious and subconscious minds and establishes perfect correspondence between the two. Union. We all, as in a glass beholding the glory of the Lord, are transformed into the same image from glory to glory. To enter into unity with the Word which we contemplate or hold is to be in absolute possession of it, and is to have the object in its incipiency. When the conscious and subconscious minds are in perfect unity, pulling in the same direction, and there are no longer any contradictions, discrepancies, cross-purposes, or alternations between opposites, then we may be said to be loving God with all the heart, all the soul, all the mind, and all the strength. When the male and female elements of the mind have been perfectly integrated or bound together, and there is a reciprocal action between them, our objective states become motor in their consequences. It was in that state of mind that the centurion said to Jesus, "Speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed." Since it is the creative activity of the subconscious mind which determines the form or manifestation of our word, we must have this positive response from our subconscious self before we can know the truth or have what we want. A word spoken in the self-conscious mind without this realization of unity is like a cloud without rain. Revelation. The expression or outward and visible results of our meditation will be automatic, involuntary, laborless, and free. The Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. The revelation is simply an extension in form of the consciousness within. The Christ is revealed not through verbal declarations of the truth, but by identifying ourselves with the power or spirit of the Word. Revelation is the act of letting the Word come into expression. Having made straight the way of the Lord, through the 7 steps of meditation, God says, "Behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me." If we go not back again to our former bondage, return in thought to the evil condition, and hold fast that which is good, it will be revealed outwardly in our affairs. If it seems hard for you to turn entirely away from the evil condition, you will find great help in praising the good which is always present in any situation. God is everywhere present, even in the most extenuating and distressing circumstances. We fail to see the good only because we have allowed the evil to impress us. The good will be brought into active manifestation through our recognition and realization that it is present and responsive to our call. A little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. So with the little good that you see in anything, in any situation, in any person, it will sooner or later leaven the whole lump for you, if you will but call upon it. Invoke it sincerely and purposely. One of the best ways in the words to do this is to use these words. Not only use them, but try to understand them and to feel them in every atom of your being. For the good that is in you, I praise you and bless you.